Hari Krishna everyone, hope you had a lovely day. Welcome to Soma Vedic Astrology channel. Today we will discuss about the placement of the third lord in the fifth house. What do you mean by the Lord of the House in Vedic astrology? Now, each planet has got a responsibility of handling either one or two houses. So, this planets become the Lord of those houses. Now, look at this table to see which planet is the Lord of which zodiac sign. So, if you see this table, Mars is the Lord of two zodiac signs, which is Aries and Scorpio. Venus is the lord of two zodiac signs, Taurus and Libra. So, in this way, each of the planet has gotten a department to handle either one or two zodiac signs. Now let us try to understand that with an example. Now for example, if in your chart third lord is in the fourth house, so how you conclude whether third lord is in fourth house? So if you see, this is the first house where 12 is written, this is the second house where 1 is written, and this is the third house where 2 is written. Now what is 2? If we have a look at the table, then 2 is nothing but the Taurus zodiac sign. And who is the lord of Taurus zodiac sign? It is Venus. Okay, so what you will say then, lord of the third house is Venus. Okay, because it is the lord of the Taurus zodiac sign. And but where is Venus placed? Now Venus is placed in the fourth house of the birth chart. So this is how you will conclude that third lord is in the fourth house. Today we will check the placement of the third lord in the fifth house, but before that I have already made a detailed video on both the third house as well as the fifth house. Please go and check that out before proceeding with this video. Also, a small disclaimer, please note that this is a general prediction depending only on the placement of a lord in a specific house. Accurate results will only come after considering the zodiac sign, planet, dignity of the planet, retrogression, combustion, aspects, nakshatra, ascendant, shadbal, conjunction, mahadasha, antadasha, etc. Now, third lord is going three places away from its own house. We have already seen in the third house video that three places away all shows the need to put self efforts and courage to achieve the significations of that house. Now, third house is a part of Kama Trikon, and fifth house is a part of Dharma Trikon. Because now there is a link created between the Kama Trikon, definitely it shows that native has sensual nature, and native has lot of desires and want to achieve that desires. Again, keeping his dharma and duty in mind. Now, third house is also an Upachaya house, okay, and fifth house is the Trikona. It is part of Trikona. Fifth house shows your past life blessings. So, definitely, your past life blessings is going to support you to, achieve the significations of the third house. But obviously, it's not going to be like, you get everything from day one. Third house shows is a Upachaya house, which means that definitely you are going to get some struggles and challenges, but with time, maybe once you hit your mid 30s, after that things are definitely going to improve because of your efforts, experiences, everything. Okay. Now, third lord shows communication, and fifth house is the house of theater arts, drama, politics. So, any of these fails, is good for this placement. Maybe writing scripts for films or scripts for, theater scripts, especially romantic scripts, because fifth house is the house of romantic partner, or making romantic skits, performances, movies, films, or just not romantic, it can be also political pieces or political news, because fifth house is also the house of politics, or just writing any books in general where you are using your creative self expression. Third lord shows communication, and fifth house is the house of fame. So from which area your fame is coming, there is a possibility of you being famous due to, the way you speak, or due to the way you are communicating. Now this communication can be of any form. It can be singing, theater, news, media, dancing, acting, any form of communication. Third lord shows self efforts, courage. Third lord is also, a part of the Kama Trikon, and fifth house is the house of children. So you definitely have desire to have children. So this, placement guarantees having many children only if there are no afflictions. If there is some afflictions, then this result is going to get altered. Third lord shows your physical strength, and fifth house is the house of sports. So this is also a combination which shows an athlete, because you are using your physical strength into your sports. Now third lord shows your courage. It shows your risk taking ability. Third lord is also part of your Kama Trikon, and fifth house is the house of love affairs, romantic partners. So there is a possibility of having desire, to be in a relationship. Your possibility of multiple relationships is also there. Third lord shows, your courage, risk taking ability, and fifth house is a house of stock investments, betting, gambling. So you are not, a person who is afraid of taking risk. Rather, you don't fear at all from taking risk. It can be risks in general in life, and here it can also mean, risk while investing in the stocks, or doing gambling, or doing betting. Okay, or when you're, maybe entering into any type of speculative business where you actually don't know that, how much returns you are going to get. So cinema also, if you see, is also a form of a speculative business, because we don't know, right, whether a movie is going to be a hit or a flop. So any type of speculative business, for that, this placement shows that. Now third lord, is the lord of courage, self efforts, risk taking ability, and fifth house is the house of politics. So there is a possibility of getting, government or minister position with this placement. Third lord, is the lord of communication, and fifth house is the house of creative self expression, hobbies. So your way of communication can be, very creative. It can be linked to hobbies. Why? Because fifth house is, bhavat pavam of third house. It is a higher version of third house, because fifth house is three places away. It is third from third. Okay, so your creativity linked hobby can be anything. Higher version of communication can be anything: singing, dancing, theater, sculpture, writer. Third lord shows mind, intelligence, and fifth house, is a house of creative self expression, fame. So you might get fame due to your intelligence. Maybe people say that you are too smart, too intelligent, that kind of things. Or it can also be that you are using your intelligence into a creative hobby, which requires intellectual abilities. Maybe chess can, be some, it can show this. Third lord shows your courage, risk taking ability, and fifth house is the house of hobbies, passion. So there is a possibility of you being a self made person, or someone who does a business which is linked to your creative hobbies or talents. Okay, now third lord going into the fifth house is giving its seventh aspect on the 11th house of incomes and gains. So we already know by now that third lord shows, you know, something where you need to put a lot of self efforts and lot of courage. So definitely this seventh aspect shows that self efforts is needed from your side to gain income and salary and profits. Okay, that is because now third lord is linked with the house of creativity, and it can show that income might be fluctuating, but because third lord is also an upachya lord, definitely income is going to improve with time. I will in future make separate videos with different type of planets as the third lord in the fifth house. If you have this placement in your chart, please do mention your experiences in the comments section. I hope you guys must have liked the video. Please do not forget to subscribe the channel. Also, please do let me know in the comment section below what more videos would you like to see. Thank you.